What's up, Boss Fam? It's your boy DJ the Boss, and I am back with another Tuesday Live. Tuesday Live is back, baby. I know we don't got a lot of people in here, but we're gonna still make this episode as valuable as possible. For those of you who are new, this is the Cleaning Boss Podcast, where we try to give you everything that you need to become the ultimate cleaning boss. And as always, this podcast is brought to you by Nine Media and, of course, the Cleaning Boss app. Everything you need for cleaning business operations, whether you have W-2 employees or contractors, this lets you see what's happening in your cleaning business in real time. Geofencing, so you know that people are actually at work when they say they're at work. All kinds of accountability features like checklists, so everyone knows exactly what to do and where they need to do it. Before and after pictures for accountability and all kinds of things. Check out the Cleaning Boss app at mycleaningboss.com. It is the #1 tool for cleaning business owners. Go and check it out. And right now, you can try it for absolutely free for the first 14 days. So start your free trial. Go to mycleaningboss.com. We're back again, man. I'm so excited to bring back Tuesday Lives. Every single Tuesday, I decided that I don't care what the space looks like. I know we are in the middle of construction, as if you guys cannot tell. The walls aren't even up around here. I just got like basic electric ran. I got some wall shells up. I threw my sign up, set up the mic, hooked up my internet. No, I'm ready to go, man. I want to help my community. I want to help the cleaning business owners. I'm back. I got a new kick. I don't know how to describe it. I got some new motivation behind me right now. I don't know what it is. I was in a little bit of a funk. Oh, not really a funk. I was coaching my son's basketball team, and I really like to get like all the way into whatever I'm doing. Whatever I do 100%. And I'm talking about that today in this topic called true entrepreneurship. Because I want to talk about what it means to be a true entrepreneur, especially in this cleaning business space. For those of you guys who don't know my story, I started my cleaning business about 8 years ago. I was a homeless man. I had nowhere to live. I was living in my truck. And oftentimes that truck wasn't even working. So it was really just a lot of grind that got me to where I am. My cleaning business has been successful. It's brought me to places and afforded me opportunities and things that I never dreamed of. I don't come from much. I'm originally from New Orleans, the Ninth Ward. I got a very humble upbringing. I didn't have a huge financial literacy or financial education coming up. And when I got to college, a little bit after college, I started working. I had my kids early, and then I fell on hard times, and I ended up becoming homeless. The house that I was living in was sold from under me, and I tried to stay in some hotels and things like that. And eventually, the hotels got expensive. That money ran through, and I ended up on the streets. And decided to start to begin my financial education and realize that owning something for yourself is the only way you're actually going to make a real dent in your in your level in the class in terms of economics. And once I realized that, I began looking for businesses that I could start, things that would be pretty inexpensive to start. And I found the cleaning industry, and it stuck out to me because it was one of those things that I saw that if this was something that was based on hard work, the actual task was just hard work. How good your cleaning is just kind of based on how much you care about doing a good job. And that I knew I could do. I did have some experience in sales. I worked for cell phone companies, which were my first jobs out of college. So I did have some B2B sales experience and training. But other than that, I didn't have much, just my regular work experience and the will to not be homeless anymore. And so I believe in this business. I believe in this industry. And that's why I am so hell-bent on teaching it and helping other people actually accomplish something in this industry, because it means that much to me. It saved me from a really dark place. I don't know if any of you have ever been in a situation like that where you have absolutely no money. You have maybe people depending on you to provide for them. It doesn't make you feel good. It put me in a really tough mental space, and I was ready to take some of the worst steps in life, or to you know where I'm going. I was in a very tough mental space. Just dealing with the fact that I wasn't able to provide for my kids, and I wasn't able to provide for myself. I didn't feel like a man or an adult like I was supposed to. And this industry saved my life, quite frankly. And I'm super thankful and grateful for it. And because of that, I don't sell a whole bunch of stuff. Yes, I want you to use Cleaning Boss, but at the end of the day, I really do not care if you spend any money on this channel. The fact that the channel makes money is crazy to me, because I started this channel just sharing my journey and documenting, because I knew that if I was able to do this, that it would be extremely valuable for someone else to maybe pull them out of that same situation that I was in. So that's why I do this. And this is one of the most valuable things I do on this channel, which is answering questions live in real time. Shout out to everybody who's here already. I saw we had Crystal in the chat. I don't got my chat up. Where's my chat? Yeah, so far just me and Crystal in the chat, which I'm not tripping. What up, Crystal? I see you. Appreciate you for being here. Everybody else, get in the chat. Let me know. Let me know who's here. I feel like I'm talking to myself, man. Hop in the chat. This is how we get down, man. If you guys are new here, we talk in the chat. I'm here to help you. Ask your questions. This is, a really cool opportunity where you have me, and I am paying attention to who's in the chat, because I want to answer questions. I don't want to get up here and just give my spiel and say everything that I think is right. I want to actually answer direct questions, things that you guys are struggling with in your cleaning business. If you don't know what to do next, I want to answer those questions. So make sure you're in the chat. Say what up. Adam M, what's good? I see you, man. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, man. I hope business is going well. I hope business is going well for everybody. But we're here today. And today, staying on theme, I wanted to talk about this topic of true entrepreneurship. And there's a lot of like glitz and glam and like headiness about this term of true entrepreneurship. And I kind of wanted to just give my spiel of what I feel like it means to be a true entrepreneur. And I definitely consider myself a true entrepreneur. Like I said, I started this business when I was homeless. Like I'm super proud of where I am. I've been able to generate millions of dollars in this industry. And I started from absolutely zero. Somebody asked a question. I want to give them credit for their question. I wonder if I can pull it up without taking too much time in this community. Let's see in my comments. Who was it? Someone just asked a question. It was Jasmine Moore 543 says, I have so many questions. Did you start off with help or as a solo cleaner? If you started off with help, how did you go about getting help, and what equipment did you start off with? Jasmine, I didn't start off with any help. I didn't start off with any equipment. It was just me, the idea and the will to get it done, the goal to go and ask for business, the goal to go and offer what I can do for someone, which was just clean, scrub their toilets. I can take care of this gym. I can clean this space. I can keep people from getting staph infection. I knew that, and so I walked into these places. I made my website, making this claim that, hey, I can do this. I want to do this work. And when someone reached out to me, I made sure that I delivered. And that's how it starts for everybody. If everyone, maybe that's not how, I'm lying. That's not how it starts for everybody. Some people start with money, and that's great. Some people have a leg up, and that's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm gonna talk a lot of shit in this particular episode. Don't take it the wrong way. If you started with more, if you have more to start with, I don't necessarily look down on you. I just respect what I did more, because it's me, and I'm proud of what I did. I'm proud of what I was able to accomplish, and I know that anyone else can do it. In fact, anyone who's not starting from that place, you have much less of an excuse. Yeah, we're not using the excuses of I don't have any money to get started, or I don't have any equipment to get started, because we've proven. We watch my journey. You can go back to my first video and see how I did this entire process. I documented the entire process, which is one of the main things that makes this channel a lot different than any of the other cleaning business YouTube channels, is you get to see my journey. I'm not, like, it's very obvious that I'm not bullshitting, because you can go and verify and check everything that I say. I pretty much only even reference things that I was able to document and record. I didn't record, obviously, every single moment and every single thing, but most of it's there. Everything that I've done to build this company to where it is today is on this channel. So you can go and take a look at it and check it out. But no, didn't have anything. All the money, all the equipment, everything that exists in this business comes from money that I earned in this business, the money that I got from clients. And that means I had to do things a little bit different than most people. I had to, reject the status quo of net 30 accounts and not accept those, because I couldn't afford to wait 30 days to get my money. Otherwise, I wouldn't eat for 30 days. Literally every dollar, every penny, every dime that I had came from this business, closing deals and having my customers, give me their card, bank information, cash, check, whatever it was at the time. And in the beginning, I feel like everyone can do that, because it's just grind, it's just hustle, and it's just being smart with your money once you do get it. So that's I guess that's kind of how I got caught in this image of me being the tough love cleaning business coach. But cool, fine. I'll wear that hat. That's fine. That's totally fine with me. I'll wear the tough love because I don't feel like a lot of people in this day and age are getting enough tough love. Everyone's kind of protecting their happiness and protecting their comfort, and that's so dangerous. If you want to stay in a comfortable place, you get complacent, and I struggle with that. I'm mostly even talking to myself when I say that. When you get comfortable, when you get complacent, it starts to slow death that you don't even really see coming until it's too late. So, get after it. That's really it. That's really the main thing. The true entrepreneurship. I don't even really like the term true entrepreneur. I don't really know what that means, but I look at myself as a true entrepreneur because of how I go about handling business. I have morals which allow me to say no to a lot of things. I have principles which allow me to say no to a lot of things, and I still was able to work through any disadvantage or any obstacle that came my way. And I think that's what being a true entrepreneur is the person that's going to figure out a way. We're engineers of problems. We're problem solvers. That's what it means to be an entrepreneur, is to find a solution to a problem that you can offer and that you can exchange money for, and you can provide somebody value, and then they give you money for the value that you provide to them. That's true entrepreneurship. If you're always looking for the way to be helpful and always looking for the way to have that value that you provided someone else generate income for you, that's true entrepreneurship. And I don't even think that people who work 9 to 5s aren't true entrepreneurs. That I think that counts. You're working. You're doing what you have to do in order to get the revenue, so that you can, especially if you're investing in your business after your 9 to 5. Then, okay, someone's at the door. I'm not sure. Hang on 1 second, guys. Oh, I didn't order any pizza, but it looks like we got some pizza. Oh, cool. I'm gonna eat that in a second. My bad. Where was I? Let's see where we are. Where's my chat? Keep clicking the wrong things. Sorry, guys. But yeah, let's see. Who else? Somebody else got in the comment. DJ Different. Shout out DJ Different. Appreciate you being in the chat. Adam M in the chat. Appreciate you. I'm going to get to questions in just a second. But in terms of this true entrepreneurship, it's really just solving problems and building value and getting money in exchange for that value. If that's what you wake up and you do every day, then you are a true entrepreneur. And even it's not just that you do these things, it's you do these things when it's tough. You do these things when it's not easy to do these things. You do these things when you don't feel like doing these things. That's what makes you a true entrepreneur, is the not giving up. It's almost crazy in the beginning because you're not making real money. You could almost make more money doing anything else, working any other type of job than in the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey. And I think fighting through that is what makes you an entrepreneur. So if you have the ability to stick it out and still do the work, the actual, not the, oh, I made a post today, or I set up a couple things on my website, like not that work, the actual figuring out your brand, the actual reaching out to clients, the actual getting the no's, the actual knocking on doors and things like that the real work, the real trying to grow a business. If you can do those things when it doesn't seem like it makes sense, when you're not making money, when you're spending time that you probably could have been at a 9 to 5 making more money, if you're willing to push through those things, that's what makes you a true entrepreneur in my eyes. And that's just one man's opinion. Someone else could feel a completely different way. But I think that's one of the major difference makers is I think what makes me a a true entrepreneur is that I don't know how to give up. I have no clue how to give up, and that can be a detriment. That could definitely easily be a detriment. But I have no clue how to give up. The My business in the beginning for the first year, where I didn't have any actual like steady clients, and I was still trying to get them for an entire year, and fixing my paperwork, and fixing my offer, and fixing how I offer pricing, and fixing how I approach businesses. I did that for a year before I got any real business. I lived off of the one time and the two-time jobs, and the for the post-construction jobs that would last for maybe a couple weeks or a couple months at the most. I lived off of those things until I was able to figure out how to make consistent revenue, how to actually write a contract or a 12-month or 24-month agreement to where I can guarantee myself some money for a year or two. That it took some time, and in during that time period where I'm figuring those things out, it almost doesn't make sense. You seem crazy. You seem dumb because you could be doing something else to make the money. But I think that is the sign of a true entrepreneur, is that even though it would have made sense for me to do something else, this is what I decided was going to work for me. This is what I decided was important, was building this business and creating something for myself. And I would not give up on it. I think that's a huge difference maker. And yeah, I talked about this. I respect the way that I did it a lot more than most other things. So just getting it out of the mud is I just have the utmost respect for people who can get it out of the mud like I did, because I know that zero to wherever you get to, 0 to 50,000 or 0 to 100,000, but it's the actual starting at zero. Most people can't do that. Most people don't have the stomach for it. Most people just they just give up. Because it is hard, because it's hard because of that fact, because you're not going to be making the kind of money that's just going to immediately change your life. It takes you working on yourself, and you actually putting in the work on your business. The business is only ever going to grow at the competency of the owner. The speed of the competency of the owner is as fast as you can grow, and so it forces you to work through some difficult things. And if you don't grow, and that's why a lot of people end up just giving up and not actually ever fulfilling their full potential in this business. Lamar, shout out to Lamar with the huge super chat. Big dog, I see you, man. Appreciate you. How can I it used to be like a celebrate button, bam, but shout out to Lamar, man. Shout out, I appreciate you. That's love, man. I appreciate y'all, man. This is the realest cleaning business community on the internet because of people like Lamar. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate it. He says, happy to make a live. I'm happy to have you, man. I'm glad you were able to make one. We are back every Tuesday, 3 p.m. But yeah, that's where we're at, man. I appreciate you being here. Shout out to Lamar Winfrey for being here in the chat. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you are ready to put your questions in the chat. We're going to get to questions in just a little bit. So whatever is going on in your cleaning business that you want to talk about, that you want to address, that you don't understand, let me know. I can't wait to help you. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm telling you, I know what I'm doing. I'm really, really good at this. I've helped. Now it's been hundreds of cleaning business owners grow past the six-figure mark. Once you're past the six-figure mark, it's kind of like, I don't know, if you want to spend your money on building the business even further, cool, you're going to do that whether I tell you to or not. So most people I only really try to help to get to six figures, because that's when you kind of, life's okay. No one feels bad for you making 150 grand a year. I don't feel bad for you. Whatever happens is that's kind of your decisions with your money at that point. So what I really care about is helping those people get from zero to the six-figure mark, so that then they can decide how they want to handle their life. Most people don't start a cleaning business because they want to be a cleaner for the rest of their lives. That's very few and far between. Yes, there are some people who really actually love the cleaning, but that was never I was never super in love with making things shine or making things. I wanted to do a good job, and I'm good at cleaning because I've studied the techniques, and I've studied the chemistry, and because I've been in this industry for so long, and I love doing business in general, and this business just so happens to be the vehicle that I'm using, and so I use that love in order to fuel that passion to learn how to clean and how to clean better, and how to do different things, stripping, waxing, pressure washing, all of that stuff. But but yeah, I was never really like in love with cleaning, and so I know a lot of people like they end up growing the business to where it generates enough revenue that maybe they can sell it and do something else, or maybe they can kind of back off of it and kind of just pocket the income and follow whatever their actual passion is. But I'm glad that for me that my actual passion just is business, is being in business and doing business. So it kind of makes me a serial entrepreneur, but it means it doesn't matter what the vehicle is. I can hop into any business and get excited about it because I'm excited to do business in general. And so that's another thing that I feel like makes me a true entrepreneur. It's the sign of a true entrepreneur, someone who is excited about just doing business and being in business, and someone who just doesn't know how to give up. Like I literally have no clue how to give up. My basketball team, we've had a rough season. We've had a rough season this season. We lost probably 11 games straight. A lot of coaches in this league would have probably just like, yeah, screw it, I give up. But I just don't know how. I'm always trying to fix the problem. I'm going to fix the problem. I'm going to work and work and work until we fix the problem. And now my team's great. Like our record won't show it, but in terms of the second half of the season and the tournament season, we've made it. We've made our bid to state, and I expect us to go there and actually do well in the Washington State Championship because I don't give up. We've been working. We've worked through our deficiencies, and that's what everyone in business needs to do. Work through your deficiencies until you are where you want to be, no matter how long it takes. Do not give up. Do not give up. Like, but yeah, and do it in a way where you can be proud of it. Do it in a way that means something to you. Don't worry about if someone else, like, you don't know what advantages other people have. You don't know where they started, or if they're starting from zero. Like I like to watch other businesses and see how they move and how they do things, and maybe you get an idea or something from them on how to tweak it and make it your own. But you never want to copy off of somebody else's business because you just don't know. You just don't know. Every business is designed to kick cash back to the owner. That's all it's for. Every for-profit business is designed to make money for the owner and kick cash back to the owner. That makes every business very, very different because people are very, very different. You play a dangerous game when you want to copy someone's pricing, or you want to copy someone's storytelling method or their brand messaging. You get into a really dangerous place because that business is designed to kick money back to that owner. You don't want to set your business up in that way. You want to find things that make life easy for you, and so you get to design your business and come up with policies and procedures, or things or agreements in your contract that are specific to your business and what's going to help give your business the upper hand. I really hope that makes sense, because that's where a lot of people are getting caught up, is they're trying to copy and be like other businesses, and it just doesn't. It ends up not working. It's not sustainable because it's not built for you. You have to build something that's built for you. Really quick, we haven't even ran the intro yet. I am sleep over here, man. Let's get this intro out, man, so y'all know what's going on. Cleaning Boss Podcast. Appreciate y'all for being here.
Look, this for all my boss days. Go do your boss days. Loving how you boss, babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing. Look, this for all my boss days. Go do your boss.
All right. Really quick, I want to tell a quick story. Like I'm pretty sure I might hear something about this. It might start a little bit of drama, but I think it's a story worth telling. Did you guys know I'm very close with the rest of the cleaning business creators and gurus and all the other people who sell, they sell courses and they have the other apps and all of that stuff like that. And in getting Cleaning Boss developed, I'm in talks or in negotiations with someone who I know very well, and I respect them. I respect their opinion, but they were kind of referencing the tech space, and in terms of my business and trying to gain this partnership, which is still on the table, which is why I don't want to say too much. I'm not gonna say any names or anything like that, but they said a phrase that, like, as a competitor, like, hit me, like, turned on my, like, what? So we're talking about my business, and they kind of loosely, or not loosely, they kind of directly said, such and such, this person over here who's kind of a competitor in the space, they're like, well, they're better than you. And I was just like, what? Better than who? And I let it go in the moment of that conversation because it's not really worth having the back and forth. But I walked away thinking about that for days. I was like, I really can't believe he said that to me. Better than me? What? I started this from nothing. I think that person, you put them in my shoes, in my situation to start off what they have, they don't even make it out. They don't even make it out of the gate. I know I can see it. Like when you're like, I reference everything back to basketball because that's what I know. But in anything, when you are a killer in something, when you are one of those guys in something, you can look across the line, the aisle, the court, the ball, or whatever it is that your opponent on the other side, you know when they haven't worked as hard as you. You know, it's in their eyes. You know when they don't have that killer instinct. You know that given an even playing field, you dog walk them. And that's how I feel about this situation. That's how I feel in business. That's how I feel when I walk into any business room. Doesn't matter how much money anybody has already made. I feel empowered because I was able to do this from absolutely nothing. And I know putting most people in that situation, they will not survive because they do not have the stomach to sit there and actually learn how to actually grow from a place of zero, from a place of desperation, from a place where you are still dealing with real life problems, real life issues that people go through. And if you can do that, if you can have even the small amount of success, it's so much harder. It really is so much harder to go from 0 to 100,000 than it is to go from 1 to 10 million. Like if you're already making $1 million, getting to 10 million is moving around some pieces, some process and procedure, and you deciding that maybe you take a downsizing lifestyle to invest more money over the long haul to grow to 10 million. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's financial arbitrage at that point. It's not that I don't respect that. I don't think that's harder to do than the true entrepreneurs who are down here in the actual weeds of business, building businesses, changing people's lives, providing jobs on a one-on-one basis, changing our own lives so that we can affect our community, be in the small business and growing in our communities. I respect that so much more. So much more. I don't cool. Financial arbitrage, cool. Like I like business, so yeah, I'm interested in it. I can see where there's skill in it. Don't get me wrong. It does take skill. It does take hard work. It does take someone to be smart and be good at what they do in order to grow a business from 1 million to 10 or from 100,000 to 1 million. But the zero to 100,000, so much harder. So much harder. So much harder. And most people, given that situation, if they had to start actually at zero without the help, without the parents with the 800s credit score, or without the funds and the loan from grandma and grandpa, or whatever, without the ability to go back and live with parents while you save up your money, like without all of that stuff on your own too, what can you do? And I'm proud of what I'm able to do from my own too. And that's why I want you guys to build your own business and build it in a way that's for you, so that you can be proud. So you can be proud of the fact that you came from your specific situation and you did it. And you will feel confident walking into any room because you know how to put you in any situation and you're going to thrive because you can figure it out for yourself. And that's my spiel on being a true entrepreneur. And so I don't know. I don't know why that was in my head. I really had to get that off my chest. But it's Q3. It's the third month in Q1. So first quarter of this year is already almost over. Make sure you are getting out there. Get after it. Get aggressive, man. Get aggressive. I don't know what it's gonna take. But I really want for you guys to start getting aggressive. Stop letting days go by where you're not making progress. That should upset you. It started to upset me that I would let a whole day pass where I didn't work. So many Tuesday passed where I didn't do a Tuesday live. I don't like that. And I I feel so much better about myself and so much better about life when I am aggressive and I'm attacking these days and I'm telling my days what to do. Just like I talk about personal finance. You tell your money what to do. Tell your days what to do. Start making a schedule, start planning to get things done and actually get those things done. There's nothing more important. I don't know, like, what else are you doing? If you don't have as much money as you want to have, then why aren't you working for 8 hours straight on whatever it is that you're trying to build? Not talking in this, I'm not talking about just people who are solely entrepreneurs. If you have a 9 to 5, cool, that's awesome. Work your 9 to 5, you need to make your money. But like after work, what are you doing? If you still like, yeah, you went to work and you made some money. I get it. You're tired and you're stressful. Like, it's just stressful working and working for someone else and coming home and trying to build your own thing. You have other priorities and other things and family to take care of and stuff like that and people to be there for. But you're not where you want to be. You're not where you want to be. Why did you stop working? Why aren't you working right now? Why aren't you putting things into place right now? Why aren't you checking those tasks that you know need to get done that's going to move your business forward? Go and do those things, or at least go and work on it. Go and work on it at 100% effort. At 100% effort. That is what you have to do. It's 100% effort every single day. I work like I'm trying to go to the Hall of Fame today. Yes, I know I might not make it to the Hall of Fame today, but I'm working like that opportunity is right there. And I'm going to do that every single day until that opportunity is right there. It's the only way you get there. So go and get something done. Go get some work done. Look for the knowledge. Those of you who are on here right now, this is what you should be doing. Researching, getting the answers to the questions. And then once you get the answers to the questions that you need, go and implement them. Go and try. It's going to help you so much more to actually get out there and try and fail than it is for you to spend all your time researching. So get out there, get aggressive. Stop waiting. Stop letting days pass. You're not there yet. Work. You should be spending 8 hours a day trying to accomplish whatever the goal is, whether it's cleaning, whether it's whatever. You should be spending 8 hours a day doing that. If you spend 8 hours a day trying to make money doing something, I feel like you'd be hard pressed to not actually like make money doing that for 8 hours. If you are spending 8 hours a day trying to make money doing a specific thing, and you're not making any money, you might want to change your approach. But I can almost guarantee that you're not spending 8 hours a day on your passion. On your business or side hustle, whatever it is. If it was a passion, then I wouldn't even have to tell you. You would just do it. But get out there, be aggressive. Get to the bag, man. Get to the bag. Keep that boss mentality. We're going to answer some questions, man. So if you got questions about your cleaning business, get them in the comments right now. I'm about to go fully into the chat. This is what this live stream is all about, is being here for my community, answering questions for my community. So I want to hear what you guys are going through, hear what you guys are struggling with. I'm going to move the chat front and center so that I can hear it, so I can see it. My bad. But yeah, we're gonna get this chat, this Q&A section underway. But first, we have got to pay some bills. Like I said, we still doing construction. Construction is expensive. The new shop is expensive. I've had to move. I've had to spend a lot of money. We got to start making this back. So we're about to pay some bills real quick. You can help pay some bills by just watching these ads real quick. And help your boy out, man. We'll be right back. Boss fam, really quick, you have got to start automating your sales process. I know you love your cleaning business. This is your baby, but you can't do everything. You're trying to run a business here. So automate your sales process so that you can have more time to close deals and grow your cleaning business. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're the CEO. You're the owner. So you are responsible for growing the business, not doing all those small day-to-day tasks. And if you don't know how to automate your sales process, I have a guide. So go in the link in the description and download the guide. That way you can start automating the sales process and start growing your business and working on your business instead of in it. Love you guys. Keep that boss mentality. Peace. I specialize in coaching and consulting for new and aspiring commercial cleaning business owners just like you. My goal is to equip you with the tools and the knowledge you need to thrive in this competitive industry. I come up with a custom plan for you and your business. Best practices, marketing strategies, and industry secrets, and anything else you need to get ahead. You're also going to save a lot of money by avoiding costly mistakes by learning from someone who's experienced and who's done exactly what you're trying to do. Book a one-on-one session with me, and we can help get your business to the next level. All right, we are in here, live and direct with my community. Let's get it, man. Talk to me. What are y'all going through? What's going on in the cleaning businesses? What's going on in your business? Let's see who we got in the comments. Actually, I gotta answer a comment from the regular comment section first. It looks like Crystal Blue JC. So Crystal Blue, maybe janitorial company, says, quick question. When first starting off, do you recommend having employees on W-2 or is it better for the long run? I am trying to see what the suggested recommendation for tax purposes is. Good question, Crystal Blue JC. Basically just trying to decide what's better, if it's going to be, if working with contractors are better than W-2 employees. And the answer to this question is that this is a very personal question. This is why I say don't copy off of someone else's business. You're really going to have to take some time and understand what both of these things are, what a W-2 employee is and what a W-9 contractor is in terms of tax purposes. And before you make a decision, because it doesn't matter. You guys have saw my recent video where I've been experimenting with bringing on subcontractors and letting them take small work, and I'm learning the nuances of that business and things that are cool about it and things that I don't like about it. It's really great. Contractors, you're usually your mom and pop or smaller cleaning businesses that they don't have the relationship with the client. So you are procuring clients, you're procuring work, and you are farming it out to subcontractors who are then going to perform those work. These are usually people with their own businesses, people with their own equipment, people who already know how to clean. It's very, very beneficial to work with subcontractors. It's a business model that I like. I've grown to love. There's nothing wrong with either business model, but it can be a little bit easier because those guys, subcontractors do their own taxes. So you don't have to worry about like withholding anything or any of that stuff. They pay their own employees. They pay their own taxes. Whatever amount you agree on paying them is the amount you agree on. You just pay them out. Very, very simple process. The negatives to me in hiring and working with contractors ends up being that you lose the brand connectivity in the day-to-day with the people that you work with, the actual clients that you service. And I do think that's important, is the people that are face-to-face with your client won't be wearing your uniforms, because they aren't allowed to do that. Otherwise, you can get audited and you can get in trouble during an audit if your subcontractors are wearing your uniforms instead of theirs. You don't have control over the training, so the quality is not something that you can. I mean, you can set a standard, but the training and how they're doing tasks or how they're completing jobs, that's kind of up to them, because like I said, they're their own business. They get to operate however they want, and they're just carrying out this service for you as a contractor. So those are the main two things. Is you have less control over the training, you have less control over the hiring, you have less control over who's doing what inside of your client's facility, and you also lose the brand connectivity with the client, because they're seeing another business's uniform, another business's employees that they're making those relationships with, and that's okay, because you do still have the relationship with the client themselves. I think it just takes a little bit more work to manage those relationships when you work with subcontractors. But very easy, very quick, very efficient business model. I personally prefer working with W-2 employees that work directly for my company. We write the checks, we do the training, we supply the equipment, they wear our uniforms. I'm very big on branding. I think it goes a long way, especially for a local business in the community, to not muddy the brand, because I feel like the subcontractor model, in my own opinion, I feel like it's kind of more of a middleman business, and it's very hard to build brand as a middleman. It also kind of muddies the industry. You're kind of you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot in the same way it would be to like work with a home advisor or an Angie's List. Just because now in your community, in your market, in your target demographic, those companies now have the market share. Like they have the now they're front and center when people are looking for your service. So instead of finding your service or your company, they're finding the home advisor or they're finding the Angie's List result instead of your business as the result. And so I've never been a fan of that style of business. I prefer to have control. Maybe it's just because I'm a control freak, but I control the cost of how much people are getting paid and my profit margins and things like that. So those are some of the benefits of working with W-2 employees. It is it at the end of the day, I guess it really doesn't matter. It's just a business model. You pick one and you run with it based on kind of what seems more appealing to you. Whether you like to have the full control of W-2 employees or you like to have the ease of use of the contractors. It really doesn't matter. It kind of just boils down to you picking one and actually sticking with it and not trying to mix or intermingle the functionalities of both, because that is where you can get in trouble for tax purposes. I mean, doing taxes isn't necessarily hard. There's a lot of programs that do taxes for you. I've always used QuickBooks. And right now, you can get 35% off of QuickBooks for the next 6 months if you use the link down in the description. But I use QuickBooks for everything money related, whether it's handling payroll, handling taxes, taking payments, doing automatic payments, and auto billing and stuff like that, sending invoices, sending estimates. I use QuickBooks for all of that stuff. Makes it really, really easy, keeps track of everything for tax purposes. So on both sides, using programs like that and knowing that that type of technology exists, I'm really big on leaning on technology. But you don't need to, you don't need to worry about doing taxes. And once you get to that point where you really have a ton of employees, 10, 12 employees, one of those employees will likely, or contractors will likely be an accountant or bookkeeper that can handle that stuff for you. So. And in the beginning, I just I lean on technology where I am ignorant in, and taxes definitely being one of those things. So QuickBooks takes care of all the taxes for you. It does all the withholding for your employees when they set their accounts up online. So I never had to worry about how much taxes we're gonna cost, or actually sending a separate tax check or what have you. QuickBooks made all of that stuff really, really easy for me. So it's automatically done on the employee side. They automatically set up all the files and everything for quarterly taxes, because here in Washington State, I do have to pay quarterly taxes to L&I for having employees. And that ends up being based off of how much you pay out to your employees. But at the end of the year, you still have to send out, you're still sending out forms to your employees and your contractors if you have them. And so it's not, I don't think there's more work on taxes. There's no cheaper way. One of them isn't less taxes than the other one. You're still going to pay taxes on the money that you earn. You're still going to pay taxes on the profit that your business makes. So it really doesn't matter. It just kind of, are you profitable? If you're profitable, you're gonna pay taxes. It doesn't matter. And your I guess objective tax-wise is to offset your tax costs by participating in activities that are tax write-offs. So whether it's business purchases or making deferred purchases and things like that to offset your tax liability. But you're going to have to deal with that either way if you're a profitable business. So there's no getting around the taxes. One of them is like choosing W-9 versus W-2 employees isn't going to make taxes any cheaper for you. So it's a misconception. But you can get in trouble for mixing W-2 and W-9 employees. Like if you have contractors and they are all wearing your uniform, they only work for you, and then you end up getting audited, then you can be in big trouble. You could be looking at a much larger tax bill than you ever anticipated. But that's my spill on that. Appreciate you asking the question. I hope that answers it. I know it's a little bit long-winded. I'm going to try to be a little more concise throughout the rest of this live stream. But time for the chat. Let's get into the chat. Let's see how many people we got here. All right. So who's here? First questions from Crystal Huff says, "How long did it take you your application for the tax withholding? It's taking forever for them to get back to me." Uh, for the application for tax withholding, are you referring to like your tax ID number? That should only take a couple of days, a few business days, maybe a week and a half at the most. Um, if that's what you're referring to, I'm not sure if that's exactly what you're referring to. You can probably clear that up for me, Crystal. But let's see, let's go down to Adam. Adam says, "Do you do any type of marketing monthly, quarterly, or just rely on Google and your website at this point?" Yeah, I mean, so I turn it off and on depending on the volume that my business can handle at the time. Um, sometimes you kind of turn on the hose pipe and you're getting too much that more than you can actually fulfill, and that usually is dependent on the how good you are at acquiring new cleaners and new labor. And so, yeah, I turn it off and on. When we're in a growth mode, then yeah, we're running ads. We're doing all of the marketing. Yes, every month there's a marketing cost. We have a marketing budget that's monthly. We're spending X amount of dollars on marketing, regardless of what happens. And yeah, and that's something that you should do is always be marketing. You should always be looking for new employees and new clients, and those are both things that it's worth spending money to do, so that you can predict your revenue and you can predict your growth. It's the only way. It's the only way where you can get a reliable cost, customer acquisition cost. It's the only way where you can actually start to say, hey, if I spend X amount of dollars, I'm going to get X amount of money, or X amount of interest, or X amount of leads. That's the only way for you to actually start to dial in how much getting a customer is going to cost you, so that you can continue to buy customers for the life of your business. But let's see, make sure I answered your question. But yeah, we don't rely on anything. Yes, we use Google. We heavily use Google. We concentrate on search and SEO because it is super important, and it is the better you are at SEO, the cheaper your ads are going to be. So yeah, we do focus on search, but paid is where it's at. All of these platforms are mature now, so it's gonna like the best of the best SEO experts and the best of the best ad buyers. They know what they're doing now. This is not a new game anymore. It was a lot easier when it was a new game and I was one of the only people playing. It was easy to have success, but now you have to be good. And so, and that doesn't mean that it's too late for you to start. It just means that you walk into it knowing that you need to gain the knowledge and you need to be ready to learn and be ready to work hard and be ready to compete, because now it's about competing and being better than the next person, being smarter with your search terms and being smarter with how you spend your money and in your branding and bringing that cost down. Yeah, because all these platforms are matured now, especially these ad platforms like Google, which has been around for a long time now. Let's see. Crystal says, "Do you have any out of state? If so, what states, and was it all different for each state?" So, yes, Oregon, Louisiana, and Texas, but not all. Like there are some major differences. Labor costs being one of them. That's 15.50 minimum wage here, 7.85 in Louisiana, somewhere in between in Texas. Those things matter. Like that, those things heavily affect the price of your service or the cost of your labor. Taxes are also a lot different in Texas than they are in Washington or Louisiana. In Washington, depending on what neighborhood I set my office in or I set up in, I could be paying extra taxes on per employee just for that, just because we operate out of Muckletee or Washington and not Everett or Linwood or what have you. So there's always different costs and different things to watch out for. But generally, doing business, the important thing, which is asking for the sale, providing value, that does not change state to state. Uh, being a good boss, being a good leader, that doesn't change state to state. So all those things stay exactly the same, and you can run your business the exact same way. Yeah, just make sure you look into the business laws and the permits or whatever you might need to operate in whatever state that you're going into. But everything is pretty much exactly the same. JNA says, what systems have you found work the best in the cleaning zone, i.e., timekeeping, task, calendar, etc.? Well, that's an obvious one, man. Cleaning Boss. Check it out. mycleaningboss.com. We use it for geofencing cleaners, so they clock in and out using their phones in the geofence. So if they're outside of the geofence, it will not allow them to clock in or out. If they're inside the geofence, they clock in and out. We know exactly where they are, what location they are, what time they got there, who else is with them. And you can see all that stuff at a glance by the color of the pin on the map for that location. So if on the map, a location is in progress, I think the pin color is yellow. So if I open up my dashboard and I see a bunch of yellow pins, I know these places are being cleaned right now. I know someone's clocked in at those locations and people are completing tasks. Inside of Cleaning Boss also, it is broken down by location, by building section, room, or what have you, however you want to customize it. You can break those things down and you can add task lists or checklists to each of those particular spaces. So we have checklists in every space. Generally, it doesn't change from space to space unless the facility type changes. But things like bathrooms, offices, conference rooms, we have very similar checklists for deep cleaning, general cleaning, and white glove cleaning. We have different checklists for each of those styles of cleaning, but we just put those in those spaces for those cleaners, and they go through the checklist. Some people, some employees are able to clean an entire section and then go and check off everything on the checklist just to make sure that they didn't miss anything. Some people who need a little bit more accountability go task by task and they check off each task as they go, so that they're not skipping anything or missing anything. Some people do an entire building and just go through the task list at the end of the night. It kind of depends on however you want to do it or whatever your comfort level is with that particular cleaner. But we use Cleaning Boss for all of that stuff, and it's been the best. It started off as a proprietary system that I just used for myself because I got tired of kind of using 50 different things for people to clock in and check this and check that. But this made it extremely easy. There's so many levels of accountability now over the years because I've just needed to add them. As things happen, I needed to add more things that made business easier. So like before and after pictures, if someone wasn't going to a specific spot in a location over and over again, or we're getting complaints, now I can require them to either scan a barcode or take a before and after picture. And those levels of accountability really, really help. And I use it as a sales tool as well. So when I'm in negotiations trying to get new cleaning companies or new cleaning contracts, one of the main questions that a potential client is going to ask you is, what's different about you than any other cleaning business? And I'm able to say, hey, what's different about my company than any other company is that other companies are going to make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes as well. We're not perfect, but it's how we handle mistakes. And we know that mistakes happen as soon as they happen because we can see when things aren't checked off or things didn't get done or someone didn't show up on time or didn't clean a specific location. We are able to address those things, and everyone else in the company or anyone who is in charge of quality control, they're able to see those things. They're able to stay on top of those tasks. So that's what sets us up, and that's what sets us apart is the fact that we have all these layers of accountability in our company to make sure that these tasks get done and make sure that our standard gets upheld. It's the process and procedure that actually pulls your business forward when you're not around. So the fact that we have all these different steps for if this happens, then this happens. If this person doesn't show up, then this person has the responsibility. All those things are spelled out. If this is missed, then the next step in addressing it is to now we're doing time trials. Now you're going to be timed for every checklist item that you have, and you'll hit start and you'll hit stop, so we'll know how long it took you to clean this particular area or item or what have you. We have all those different layers of accountability that that basically ensure that our quality is not going to slip over time, which is the main thing that these customers are worried about. It's like everyone starts off great and it works great in the beginning. Everyone wants to do a good job in the beginning, but 3-4 months down the line, you're in the middle of your contract. How are you going to maintain that quality? How do you make sure that that stays that quality level stays high? And it's those processes and procedures and technology like Cleaning Boss. So I love Cleaning Boss. Glad you asked. I'm glad I got to pitch that for a little bit. But yeah, go check out Cleaning Boss. It's made by us. It's made by the realest cleaning business community on the internet. And because of that, we have better customer service than anybody else. So check it out. Give us a try. 14 days for absolutely free. If you find a creator who is sponsored by us or who is one of our ambassadors, and I believe there is an even bigger discount or even longer free time for you to try. I think it's probably like a month and a half free trial. But you will have to go out into the wild and find one of the people who are our ambassadors or sponsors. If you want to become a sponsor, an ambassador for Cleaning Boss and make some money, be an affiliate for Cleaning Boss, you can go to mycleaningboss.com/affiliate and apply. So if you have a YouTube channel, if you document your cleaning, if you document your journey like I do, or if you have an Instagram and you think you can share the value that is Cleaning Boss for other cleaning businesses, and it's an opportunity to make money. I think you can make 15-20% per sale. And but yeah, it's a really awesome way. And all you have to do is kind of share the value, show something that will help other cleaning businesses organize their business, whether they have contractors or employees. Something really cool, and you get to be a part of it and make some money with us. But yeah, check it out. Let's get to the next question. Student of Review TV, man, shout out to you. I see you, big dog. Appreciate you being here as always. One of my favorite subscribers. OG in the cleaning community. Crystal Huff says, "Thank you so much. You're the best." I appreciate you. I'm just trying my best, doing what I can. Janie says, "Thank you. Let me check it out. Run facilities and maintenance companies with cleaning sector. Do you find it difficult to relax while unwinding, or always thinking and new ideas and improvements?" Yes, I do. In certain times in life, I do find it pretty difficult to turn it off. And I think the only advice that I've heard that brought me any comfort is that you gotta stop judging yourself. Don't judge yourself so hard. If this is what you love, and that's just evidence that you actually love it, that you actually care about it, that you actually wanna do this. You can't judge yourself because you got caught. You're in your head, like you're spending time with your family and you're in your head about your business. Like it happens. Life goes on. Don't beat yourself up about that. Like make it a point to maybe try to isolate that time and be 100% wherever it is that you are. But when you fall short, you can't beat yourself up about that. It's okay. It's 100% fine. It's okay. These especially in moments like that don't last forever. You're not always gonna be all 100% turned on. You're probably just trying to figure something specific out, and those are time periods, and you end up figuring that out. And yes, you'll probably move on to the next problem or the next goal, but that's a part of business. And eventually, you get to a place where it happens less and less because things are working. You figure those things out. So the biggest thing is just judgment. Just don't judge yourself that hard. Don't be so hard on yourself that you do that you take time. But yeah, it is hard to turn off sometimes. But yeah, those are the two things: is don't judge yourself for one, and two, try harder to be 100% in whatever activity it is that you are in. So if you are working on business stuff, be so super laser focused on your business stuff at that particular time. If you're cleaning your house, be laser focused on cleaning your house and nothing else at the time. If you're spending time with family, try to be 100% in the moment. Try to do more practice being in the moment. And of course, and take it easy on yourself mentally. Don't judge yourself so hard when you do drop the ball, because it just happens. It happens. And you're not being malicious because you're thinking about your business when you should be thinking about something else, or you're caught in your head about something. That it's okay. It's okay. Relax. You are an entrepreneur. That's it's kind of, it comes with the territory, and that's one of the things that we kind of just have to accept and keep moving. And really, I really hope you hear me on this, because that the only thing that's wrong with it is that you are beating yourself up about it. That's it. That's it. That is the only thing that is wrong with it, is that you feel like something's wrong with it. And so you either need to just embrace it and the fact that you are an entrepreneur, or give yourself some grace, and don't judge yourself so hard when you tend to drop the ball, or you tend to want to think about your business, or be a little bit more kind of often in your own world when you should be kind of spending time with people. It happens. I'm not mad at you. At the end of the day, people won't be mad at you. It's a part of life. Let's see. The Moon Man. What up, Moon Man? Appreciate you being here. Steve Jones. Jonico Systems, always in the chat. I love you. I love you, boss. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Indianapolis in the building. JNA says great answer. Thank you so much. Respect from the UK. The UK in the building. Of course, bruv. I'm not gonna do a cheap UK accent. I'm terrible at it. My homie J Key is pretty good at the British accent, but yeah. Love it. I love it. I love the UK, man. Shout out to the UK. I listen to a lot of like hip hop and rap and stuff from the UK's like artists like H. A lot of people over here don't like H isn't big as big as I think he should be out here. But I bump H all the time. I think he's dope. But yeah, shout out to the UK, man. I'm gonna get out there ASAP and visit, man. So J&A, when I'm out there, I might need a tour guide or something, man. So holla at me. But I'm gonna take a trip this summer and see what's popping over in the UK. That seems like something that I should have did a long time ago. Also, happy Mardi Gras. You guys know I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana originally. Everywhere else is just Tuesday, but for us, today is Mardi Gras. So anybody else down south, y'all be safe out there in the streets. I think we got rained out today, but and I saw that they moved a lot of stuff to yesterday and canceled a lot of stuff tomorrow and adjusted. And, I think there's no bans in between Rex and the truck flow parade, but I don't think anybody really gives a shit about Rex anyway. But yeah, be safe out there. Love y'all. We're gonna go ahead and transition out of here. I appreciate everyone for being on the live and checking us out and being a part of the realest cleaning business community on the internet. I couldn't be more proud of where we've come and where we've grown, and how big this community has gotten. If you're new here, definitely subscribe to the channel. One of the best things you could be doing for your cleaning business is to be on a continuous learning journey. And that means subscribing to all the places where you can have information just come to you when you turn on your YouTube or you turn on your Instagram. If that information just comes to you, the experience comes to you, you're so much better off for it. So, whoa, what happened here? Connection interrupt really quick. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's enough time. I gotta get ready for this basketball practice. My team is getting ready for state. And we gotta go and try to win this state championship. So that's what we're gonna do. Why? The chat then went crazy. What happened, chat? Where did you go? All right, we'll close this window. There's no other questions. Let's see. Maybe I've stuck around. Maybe there's one more question. Nope, no more questions, man. That's all we got for today, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. Go and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Clean and Boss Family. Also on Facebook at Clean and Boss Family Connected page. Again, go and check out Clean and Boss at mycleanandboss.com. If you don't have a way to present your business or your offer to potential clients, especially big clients, the client that kind of scares you, you didn't expect them to even ask you for pricing, use the proposal template, the free proposal template that I have down in the description. I've had so many students use the free proposal template to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars per month. One of the last people I talked to in the consultation used it and closed probably, I think it was like something like 7 or 9 restaurants. Crazy. Yes, go ahead and download the free proposal template. It's how I do proposals. Definitely change my branding and my colors and pictures to all your branding, colors, and pictures. You can kind of see how I approach talking about what we heard from the client and addressing those concerns, giving our solution, giving them references and things like that. It's kind of all built in a presentation style manner, but something that I put out absolutely free for you guys. So go check it out. Believe it's mycleaningboss.com/proposal or proposal template or something like that. But the link is in the description. I'll put it in the comments as well. Go ahead and check that out. Absolutely free. Go ahead and download that. And yeah, that's it, man. That's all I got for you guys today. I love y'all. Keep that boss mentality. Peace.
Look, this for all my boss babe. Go do your boss babe. Loving how you boss babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just